It is not since WandaVision or Mandalorian and WandaVision have I found myself, with WandaVision and Mandalorian, it's like I count down to game day. It's countdown day all the time. So I was always counting down the hours till the next episode of WandaVision or the next episode of Mandalorian, right? I've wanted to do that and feel that way, but I just never got that on board with it as with Loki, as I did with those ones. I just never got on board with it as much with Falcon and the Winter Soldier as I did with those ones, or Hawkeye as I did with those ones. And I'm certainly not there with Boba Fett right now. Even though I think the jury's still out on it, I thought the last episode was not bad.
Yeah.
But Peacemaker is now my de facto must-watch TV countdown clock to when the thing drops every week. And Peacemakers, and I've been wondering about Peacemaker episode 4. Because, they dropped the first 3 episodes all at once, and it was great. And then you're worried, okay, was that lucky? Was that them getting lucky with this? Is episode 4 going to be when reality sets in? That this is John Cena being the lead actor in it? That this is just a lower budget spinoff of Suicide Squad? Is that when the reality is this glorious, beautiful honeymoon we've been on with the first 3 episodes all gonna fall apart like a nasty facade? And I'm so glad to report that it is not. Episode 4, and I'm not gonna go into specific details here for it. You guys, episode 4 of Peacemaker has cemented it to me as absolute must-watch TV. This thing was the funniest episode. This was the most emotional episode. I mean, this is a show that has this ability to just like blah, blah, blah. They have a conversation about ducks dressing up as humans. There's a conversation in this episode about ducks dressing as humans. I won't tell you the context. You can see it in there. And yet at the same time, as you get close to the end of the episode, like they start introducing these really tragic and emotional elements into it. And I'm like, I wasn't prepared for this. This is heavy, including some flashbacks with Chris and things like that. And oh my God, I've liked him so far. But Vigilante is now officially, other than Peacemaker himself, Vigilante is now my favorite character on this show. And again, you'll go, really, really, Vigilante? I mean, he's kind of funny. Wait, if you haven't seen episode 4 yet, wait until you see episode 4. There is a scene in prison. There's a scene in prison that has become one of my favorite scenes all year of any television show I've seen in the past 12 months. One of my absolute favorite single scenes, and it has made me absolutely fall in love with this character. I love this guy now. I thought, oh, he's got the odd one-liner. He's okay. He's all right. He's the odd funny one-liner. Forget that. Now I am so in on Vigilante now that after one episode, I'm okay with a spinoff of the Suicide Squad spinoff. I'd be okay of Peacemaker, which is a spinoff of Suicide Squad, doing another spinoff of Vigilante at some point, because I could just watch this guy all day. And now watching the dynamic between the two of them is great. The writing of it, this was the first episode that James Gunn didn't direct, but it made sure to highlight at the beginning James Gunn written by thing. The writing is fantastic. The characters are great. And it does something that WandaVision has done that none of these other shows have been able to replicate. Loki came close with this, who's the evil variant, right? But we never really got all that into that mystery. They are unfolding a mystery with the butterflies. And with this new episode too, another moment of, wait, what? Like sort of thing. So I am enthralled with it as kind of a mystery. I'm enthralled with it as a comedy. I'm getting emotionally attached to the characters. What they are doing on this show is remarkable to me. Now, it's not going to be for everyone. This show is clearly not for a scene that's gag is a punch cut edit to a guy banging a girl in her bathroom from behind as she's rocking out the 80s rock hair. Clearly, that is not a show that's for everybody. But for whatever reason, it's for me. Yeah. I am loving this show. None of you guys have had a chance to watch this episode yet, right?
No, you just showed me a scene today.
I showed Rob one scene.
It is jaw-dropping. I mean, and the funny thing to me is the Vigilante was introduced, if memory serves, in the original not the original, but the new Teen Titans comic that George Perez and Marv Wolfman did. And then he was spun off into his own comic, and he ends up actually killing himself after 50 issues. That was the
wow.
end. And so seriously, and now to see him, I always loved Adrian Chase. I always loved Vigilante, but I have to say, I want to go pull out all my Vigilante comics and slab them, because I think he's going to be a new fan favorite, and all of those Vigilante issues, at least based on the scene you showed me now, are going to go up in value, because my God, he's got to be the character of the year.
Yeah, you know, when they first started showing the trailers and everything for the show, and then you see Vigilante character, and I'm like, oh, is this going to be the lame sidekick who isn't actually able to do anything, right? And so I kind of went in with a sour attitude towards him. But then in episode 3, when like Peacemaker can't bring himself to shoot the kids, and then he's like, hey buddy, why don't you just go sit over there for a second? And he gets behind the gun, bang, and he's killing children. I'm like, oh my God, you just knew there was something a little bit more deep there than I initially feared. But yeah, guys, Peacemaker, episode 4. If you haven't got on it yet, what are you waiting for? Go and get on it, once you're done watching the John Campea Show, of course. Have you guys, maybe you have seen Peacemaker episode 4. If so, what did you think about it? Jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.